Hey everyone. So, just to start off, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Jeremy. I'm a singer songwriter, aspiring artist, and musician. And I also write some poetry too, but I don't really consider myself a poet because I don't really know if I'm that great. But um, so for today's video, I just want to talk about my creative process and how I go about recording most of all of my songs that I've written over the years. And what I do is I'll start with an idea just by improvising on either the guitar or piano, or if it just comes to me, I'll start with that, the main riff, whatever I think is good, and then I'll record it onto my phone's voice recorder app, just so I have an idea of what I came up with, and that I can always go back to it. And so I use that as a blueprint. The voice memo, I use that as a blueprint to start writing the lyrics and just getting the flow of the rhythm and the pace. And yeah, so I start with the music first, with a riff idea I have either on the guitar or piano, and then comes the lyrics, and then certain sections of it. And then I use to record most of my music is a Tascam 8-track recorder. And I really like this recording equipment. I mean, it just, I love it. No, I mean, and FYI, I'm not endorsing Tascam at all. It's just this is what I use to record most of my music. And so yeah, that's what I use. And then once I have a basic idea of the song, I always start with the drum track. So the way I record the drum track is I use one of my guitar cables. I always use my guitar cables when I record. Just it makes things a lot easier, and you'll know why. And so I use my guitar cable. I plug that in to any of the inputs inside the 8-track recorder, and then I plug it in to my electronic drum set. And then I just everything, all the adapters, the 5-volt adapters, I just plug that all in with an extension cord that I use. And then I just start recording the track, whatever rhythm I have in my head for the song, whatever idea I have. I just record the drum track just to lay the foundation for the song. And then I'll move on to the bass track. And what I do for the bass track is sort of similar to how I record the drum track, but the only difference is I use a guitar effect pedal. So I have a Digitech guitar effect pedal that I use, and this is how I get most of the sounds in my recordings and a lot of the distortion and the effects. So I'll plug the effect pedal into the input of the 8-track through the output. I don't know if you understand. And if you don't, that's okay. And then I'll plug a second guitar cable into the input, and then plug that cable into my guitar. And then make sure I just plug everything in, and the outlets or extension cord. Make sure the effect pedal is plugged in, and my 8-track recorder. And then I turn it on, and then I just start recording using the metronome if I need it. Just messing around and just trying to get the best take that I can out of whatever track I'm recording. And that's how I do it. I start with the drums, I move on to the bass, and then the bass, it's the same process as the guitar. So whenever I record the guitar, all I have to do is just unplug the bass and then plug my guitar in. That's basically it. And then after that, if I want, depending on whatever crazy idea I have for a song, if I want to add some keyboard to it, whatever, or a synthesizer or electric piano or organ, whatever idea I have for it, then I'll plug my keyboard in with the guitar cable, plug my keyboard in, and then plug the other end of the cable into the 8-track recorder. And then I just do this, it's the same thing, and I just start recording it. And then last but not least, I finish off with a vocal track, and that's usually the very last track that I record are the vocals. So the way I do the vocals is I get my studio microphone cable and I plug it inside one of the inputs for the microphone cable into the 8-track recorder, and then I plug the other end into the microphone, and then I just set everything up. Before I even plug anything, I just set everything up: the stand, the reflection filter, the pop filter, everything, adjusting the stand and plugging everything in, and etc. And then after that, I just turn everything on. I make sure I turn on the right setting, and then I just start recording the vocal track. And it's sometimes doing this, it can be a pain because you want to get the right take for whatever song you're recording. You want to make sure you get the right take, that's good enough to put out there. And so yeah, that's basically my whole process, just kind of plugging everything into my 8-track recorder. And it's a lot. It's a process, but it could be a pain and it's very tedious, but if I have an idea and I want to get it out there, then I'll take the pain, And I guess it's tedious because you're kind of doing it alone. You're all by yourself. And, recording is better when you're with people. But, I'm just going to use whatever I have at my disposal and just get the best quality recording I can. And it doesn't have to be super perfect, but as long as I do my best, that's all that matters, with mixing it, mastering it, and editing it, and adding effects if I want to. And that's usually what I do. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know I sound like a nervous wreck, and I understand, but I'm not used to this. I'm not very social, but I just felt like it would be cool to kind of let you know what my creative process is like and how I record all of these songs that I've written over the years, and just to give you an idea of how I created most of the songs that I've released. And if you've stuck around long enough for this video, thank you very much. And if you want more videos like this, just let me know. Maybe I'll let you in, maybe make a part 2 of this. So yeah, hopefully you all take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.